Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a singles love prediction for the weekend, July 24th through July 26th. So we're going to ask Spirit what's next in love, what's coming towards you, any loving energy that's around you. I do have some charms and some initials, some evidence, some clues, and whatever messages that I hear from Spirit. So please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life recently. If you're new to my channel, this is a fully channeled message, and we will be calling in our spirit guides now and our angels and seeing what they have for you. So Spirit, I call upon you for anyone who has found this reading. This is for all signs, any sign that you may be thinking of. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you want us to hear? What is next in love? What is coming towards us? What is important for us to know? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to anybody that's new. They're sharing with me before I even start. It was definitely a journey ahead. Okay, so I'm going to grab that for a minute because we're going to probably expand on that quick message that they gave to me before we even started. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what they have. A journey ahead. The magic of laughter. Good. Incorporate humor into your life. Watch a funny movie. Spend time with somebody who makes you laugh. Notice how laughter lightens your spirit. It is so important. They're sharing with me a sense of humor. You could have a tremendous sense of humor. They're saying a quick wit. I always see quick, say that 10 times fast. I always see somebody who is very intelligent. They think very quickly, and they're just very witty. Usually they're just kind of like, one right after another, and they make you laugh. So it's usually somebody who's pretty bright, and they have a great sense of humor. So if you find yourself laughing out loud, you hear yourself laughing out loud, that probably is a good sign that this is somebody you want to be with. Very important. The beauty of romance. Keep romance alive. Plan special dates. Surprise your partner with thoughtful gestures. Romance adds excitement and joy. The beauty of romance. I like the sea. It's kind of like the deep blue sea energy. My love for you is as wide as the ocean energy. So part of me is thinking that my love for you is deep. Okay. My love for you is grand. I mean, it's vast. I mean, the ocean, you can't even imagine. You can't even imagine the depths of the ocean. You can't even imagine how large the ocean is. So it's just kind of this infinite love is how I feel, that it goes on and on forever. And there's no end to it. It can keep growing. We all have such capacity to love. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have? The gift of presence. I want to be there for you. Be present with your partner. Put away distractions. Focus on each other. Presence strengthens your emotional connection. Nothing is more annoying than talking to somebody and they're on their phone. Okay. Or you're out to dinner with somebody and it's a date and I got to take this call. It's important. Okay. I mean, I get it. If they have some kind of business, they're a doctor and they're on call. But is everything that important, or can it wait? Can it wait until, they've given you some undivided attention and put somebody else on hold instead of putting you on hold? So if you're always finding yourself coming second choice to that phone, that could be something that you are struggling with. Spirit, please share with me. And I have the clarity of purpose. Divine your life's purpose. Reflect on your passions. Strengthen your mission statement that guides your actions and decisions. I like the kind of empty boat, believe it or not, because I feel like right behind this empty boat are the two of us, ready to get in this boat together. And What did they say? A journey ahead. So are we ready to get into this boat? And is our purpose, our collective purpose, to care for each other and to be there for each other? Sounds simple, but it's a big responsibility to be in somebody's life and to commit to somebody and be there for them, and they're there for you. Spirit, please share with me. Let's get some cards. What do our cards have for us today? I like your energy, laughter, as deep as the ocean. Yeah, I mean, it's deep feelings. It's vast is the word I want to use. It's kind of, infinite and vast. Spirit, please share with me. Two of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Cups. I have a Ten of Wands. And I have a Queen of Wands. It came into me very clearly as they choose you. It was very much a feeling of, I'm choosing you to be in my life. I want you to be in my life. Will you spend time with me to get to know me? Energy. Ten of Wands. I feel like this person's honest and they say things along the lines of, I'm not perfect. This isn't going to be perfect. It might not always be easy either. But I don't feel like I'm going to give up on you. I have a Page of Pentacles at the bottom of my deck, but I also have this Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups. And it's a little bit of a, if you're game, I am too. I want to spend some time with you is really what's happening. I might not know my feelings yet, but I do have feelings. I'm going to go even deeper than that with you are someone I can see myself falling in love with. And you do not feel that way about everybody, okay? You might not have those feelings immediately, but you can kind of see somebody as, yeah, you're definitely somebody that over a period of time, as I get to know you and I trust you, I can see myself falling for you, okay? So you could both be feeling that way. You could both be saying, you're a good catch. This is somebody I want to get to know. I want to get in that boat with you. The boat scenario also is coming into me as on the weekend. Somebody who actually owns a boat. Maybe it's a motorboat on the lake. Maybe it's a sailboat on the ocean. Say something like that. Like, do you want to go for a boat ride? Do you want to... There's those kind of like dinner cruises around cities, things like that. So it could be somebody who actually owns a boat. They could own canoes. They could own kayaks they like to do. So it could literally be a boat. Do you want to go kayaking with me? There's a place to go kayaking that I know. I have a Three of Pentacles. I have an Eight of Cups. I have a Five of Cups. I have a Wheel of Fortune. It was interesting because until I picked the Wheel of Fortune, it was going down this path of, I've been worrying that I would ever find the right one. I've been struggling with, I have all these good qualities about me and everybody sees me as a great catch and everybody sees me as anybody would be grateful to be with you and don't settle. But at the same time, I can't find the person I should be with, or I can't find anybody. And then that Wheel of Fortune came in, and it was the hope. It was the, I'm going to say the card of hope. And I just felt like, don't give up. When we pull that wheel, it's putting it back into God's hands, Spirit's hands, and putting it into destiny's hands and fate and trust and divine timing and everything that we know. So don't give up the hope if it isn't here yet, because I feel like I just pulled the card of hope for you. And I just, it's all in the cards, Spirits just said. And it is, it's all in the cards. Yes, I'm hearing the messages, but the cards are your cards, and the cards are they tell a story and they are sharing with you, you know, what's ahead of you. So that's what this is all about, or at least that's what tarot is all about, is, you know, each day can be different and the messages are always different. But today in your cards, it's a card of hope. And I really am grateful for that. I always will take that spirit. Tell me more about what is ahead of me. What is it that you want me to know at this time? And we'll see where we're headed. I have a spiritual growth. Definitely a sense of I'm becoming, okay, that I'm becoming the person that I was meant to be. It's almost like I'm growing into myself. I'm growing into my big boy, big girl shoes. I don't play games anymore, Spirit's saying. So that could be, I'm going to say no more games. That could be something that you've been struggling with a particular person lately. Like, this person doesn't know what they want. They're in one day, they're out the next. They're stringing me along. They're breadcrumbing me. No, I'm beyond that spiritually. I need maturity, spiritual maturity, emotional maturity. I need love. This is feeling like that eternal love that I just said, infinite love that I had shared also. I like this kind of layering of the heart. It's almost as if it starts out like kind of big picture, and then I get closer and closer and closer and closer to you. So it just felt like this layering effect for a moment there. And I'm just going to say time, you know, time brings us closer. And, you know, it's all about time. It's all about the timing. It's all about being available at the right time. Right place, right time, all of those things. So timing is very important this weekend, heading into the weekend. And I have a relationship, my angels, the dolphin, family, friends. They're using the word serene with me. So spirituality and serenity, peace. Okay, I feel you in my heart with that big heart right in the center. I feel you in my soul. I definitely, it's a deeper soul connection. So we could say it that way also. I don't feel like that's how I feel immediately. I'm not feeling love at first sight. I could be wrong for some of you. It's more of this love grows on me. I get to know you. I trust you. I'm enjoying, maybe it starts out with lots of laughter, like that first card. It starts out with just, we're having a good time. Let's see where it goes. But they want to spend more and more time with you, is how Spirit's sharing it with me. So I think that that's important, that the more time we spend together, I want to say the easier it is, the easier it becomes, which is true because we know each other better. Spirit, please share with me this journey. What is it that you need us to know today? I have a devil. I have a 6 of Cups. I have a 10 of Pentacles. And I have an Ace of Pentacles. Can I have clarification on that devil? I mean, the first thing that came into me is your past. I just felt like I'm just reminded of the past. So it could be long gone. I have a Queen of Swords. I fought the devil. I have a 5. I struggled. I fought the devil. I fought a toxic relationship. I fought abuse. I fought verbal abuse, physical abuse, drug addiction. So I fought the devil, and I won, right? So I see something bigger for myself. I see more value is how they're sharing it. And that Ace is coming into me as just this feeling of I want to be loved. I need to be loved. It needs to be the real thing. So I don't feel like you're going to settle in any which way. That is not what I'm feeling. I feel more of, I know what I want. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 3 of Cups. I have a Judgment. They're letting me know that it took you a long time to get here. It took you a lot of kind of soul searching to find out what it is that you want and where you're headed and what direction you're going. I do have some good news coming. Like, this feels almost like a, I want to say, can I buy you a drink? I'm out with friends and somebody approaches you and, I don't even know if that exists in this world anymore, but it was a feeling of a celebration. It was a meeting. It was a getting to know you. It was a introduction feeling, it's nice to meet you. And where are you from? And, have you been here before? All the things that you talk about, if you meet somebody randomly, something like that. But I do feel like you're a good judge of character. So don't second guess that, because part of me feels like this old wound, you struggle with, am I going to pick the same person again? Am I going to attract the same kind of person again? Or I keep getting stuck with the same kind of energies. No, you're good. You're a good judgment of character. And I just feel like you're thinking about it too much or worrying about it too much. Spirit knows what they want for you. They know what's going to be best for you. They're not going to keep putting the same type of person in front of you. And if they do, you are going to recognize it very quickly as, this is a similar energy, been there, done that, and I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not going to allow it into my life again. It's not worth it to me. So I do feel like, trust your own judgment and make some good decisions. But the 3 of Cups was more of a happy, just kind of that neutral zone of nice to meet you, without any, worry about what does this person think of me, or I don't know. It's just be yourself. It was more of that kind of feeling. Be yourself. I have a 9 of Wands. I have a 7 of Pentacles. I have a 9 of Pentacles. And I have a Page of Swords. This person really wants to get to know you. It really feels like, I want to know what makes you tick. I'm not afraid of what you've been through. I'm not afraid of your old wounds. Tell me your story. I think you could be very vulnerable with this person and feel very comfortable being vulnerable with this person. It brings you closer, Spirit's saying. I feel like we do a lot of talking in the beginning. So this person is talkative, you're talkative, or at least the conversation is flowing. It's not like one person's doing all the talking and the other person is sitting there nodding their head. There's a lot of conversation. I'm going to go with in-depth conversation. I feel like we talk about everything. We talk about our backgrounds. If we have children, where we grew up, our parents, our siblings. I mean, I just feel like we talk about everything. And it's endless. It's endless. We just keep going. And we find that we have so much to talk about and we never get bored, which is really interesting. So the conversation going on in this connection is going to be key. Okay, it's going to be, they hold your attention, you're interested, you are engaged with this person. So if it again, if it hasn't come into you yet, we use these readings to help us to manifest the energy that we want. We put it out at the end of the reading, and we ask Spirit to bring in, guide it to us, and we claim it. So let's get some initials. Let's get a couple of clues. Some of you may have somebody on your mind. I do have this beautiful bag of pastel-y little Scrabble letters, and they work wonderful. I'm going to give them a little mix, give them a little pinch. We'll get a handful of these. So let's see what we've got. The letter J, the letter B, I have a P, I have a W, I have a P, I have an I, an X. It could be an X in the name or spelling somewhere, kind of a random odd letter. K, G, an F today, an M. I have a U, a D, and a Q. Okay, so we'll start with that. And then let's get a couple of double letters. Let's see. If first letter, second letter of a first name or a last name. Okay, so these are a little bit more specific. Sometimes we get a little bit closer. So let me just open this up a hair. I have the letter B, A, R, O. Let me know in the comments if any of the letters connect to you. J, E, E, R, K, E, O, I, F, R. Let's get one more. S, A. And I have some new bingo numbers. So I thought that I would try these. I got them at an antique store the other day, and I said, you know what? These are kind of cool. If Spirit wants to share with me a number that might have meaning in your life, we could do it that way. Okay, we'll get those guys that are jumping out. I'm just going to get a little pinch here and put this to the side. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, I have the number 11, the letter B. I have a 40. Could be a date, could be an age, could be November. So we could just have October, the 10th of the month, 10 days. I have 12. It almost looks like the week of, doesn't it? Like 10, 11, 12. So it could be, I guess, the second week in August, possibly. Leo energy. I have 19. I have number 82, but if we added 8 plus 2, that would give me 10. So another 10 and 51. That could be an age. And then I have what I call blanks. So I'm just going to count the blanks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blanks, 5 days. Let's do that. How about 5 days from now? That would be nice. We'll see that if something important happens in 5 days. All right, what else do we have? Let's see. Let's get some charms. Let's see what our charms are saying and see what I'm feeling intuitively with the charms today. I have my big heart bowl and my magic scoop. So I'm just going to get a scoop. Where am I going with this? I'm going to go over here. They're jumping out. Okay, somebody's trying to jump out of my little dish here. Okay. And let's get the letters first. I have a Y. I have a J. B. And I have another Y. Okay. I have a couple things are jumping out right away. I have two like cocktails, margarita, something fun. And I have this seashell. So it feels like a day if you live near the shore or something beachy or something outdoorsy. Maybe it's a restaurant, a seafood restaurant that you might not live anywhere near the beach, but it's a seafood restaurant that has a beachy theme, something like that. We're having cocktails. So if you are to go out to eat, we could be leaning towards seafood. That could be, I've got a ship's steering. I feel like it's a restaurant. I feel like the decor of the restaurant is just decorated like with a ship theme, beach theme. Could have fishnets and seashells, and it could have like a big stuffed fish, when you walk in, something like that. But I like it there, and that's maybe where we're going. I have kind, true, brave, happy, and compassionate. So those could be characteristics of this connection. I have the number 9, I think it is. Let me turn it over. The number 9 days, September, something like that. I do have a bucket of wine. So yeah, I'm going to say a night out. I'm going to say seafood, if that's, not for everybody, obviously. It's a clue. And then I have, she believed she could and she did. I feel like that is a conversation about what are your dreams? And you could be working on something that is difficult. You're building a business, you're writing a book, you have a music career, you are training for something, you are trying to get a certification, you're finishing an education. So I feel like it's more of a conversation of something that you're working on that's important to you. And you're letting this person know that this is a big part of your life, where you're at with it, what stage you're at with it. And I feel very supported. I feel this person's listening. I feel this person says, hey, absolutely. If anybody can do it, you could do it. So that tells me this person would be your partner in the future, they just shared, and that this person is going to support your dreams. So I love that. I think that's important. You need that kind of partner in life that says you can do anything. Not that you can't do it on your own, but it's nice to have that cheerleader in the background, just saying, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to bother you. You go and work and get some stuff done, whatever you need to do today, something like that. I have the number 22. Okay, I have a snowflake. I'm just going to go with one of a kind. I feel like I've never met anybody like you. You're unique, you're special. I also feel this sense of style around that. Not that you're like this walking, model, or rock star, but you have your own style. Whether it's the colors that you wear or the way you wear your hair, you like certain types of clothes. You like, it's pretty consistent, so this person could like your look. They could like how you pull yourself together. And I feel like it's connected to kind of this, like fashion, hair, clothes, glasses, sunglasses, hats. I mean, it just feels like you know, I like your style. I think you always look great and you don't look like everybody else. And like I said, it's not like you have to stand out in the crowd and everybody goes, who the heck is that? But you have a little bit of uniqueness to you with that snowflake. So I like that a lot. And I have a mountains. You're going kayaking, kayaking in the woods, canoeing, whitewater rafting. Where are we going? Something fun. I have Paris. Okay, so dreams, travel dreams. Where would you go? You know, bucket list. We talk about everything. And I feel like all of that comes out and it's fun. You know, we're talking about, you know, if you won the lottery this weekend, which is super, super high, what would you do with it? Like, I feel like that's a big conversation, you know, and it's just kind of fun to, you know, talk about hopes and dreams with this person. And I have an I love you. So we are going to fall in love with this person. And we said that earlier that you're someone I could see myself falling in love with. So we don't see that with everyone. And when we do see it, we are very grateful for it. Let's get some loving messages. I really like the energy. Oh, here's a couple of ones that fell out. Let's do these. Hold on. Okay, so I have a letter J. Okay, that kind of jumped out. I have a sailboat. There's something going on with boats. There's something going on with the seafood. Seafood restaurant, shells, boats. Yeah, or set sail, get in the boat. We had that early card that was, you know, get in the boat together. I have a black swan. So a little bit of you set yourself apart, that uniqueness that we just spoke about. And then I have a beautiful music notes. And so I have a love for music. I could read music. I could play music. I love to sing, something like that. I'm working on a music career. So that could be a clue. So they had jumped out. So they were worthy of using. Okay. Let's see what some loving messages could be. You know, I love the weekend readings because I just feel always that I'm heading into, I don't know, time off, maybe for most of you. And I just want to see what Spirit has for me. I just want to see what Spirit, you know, has for me for the days ahead. And I'm hopeful. So they said that card of hope with the Wheel of Fortune, and I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to claim it. I'm going to own it. I'm going to comment below that I'm filled with hope of meeting my person, spending time with my person, enjoying those deep conversations, and just getting to know them. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. You're worth the wait. For those of you that are waiting, the timing, there's going to be a day that you look back and it will seem like you've waited forever. And then when it's here and it's so amazing, you kind of forget about how long you waited. It's like having a baby. You have a baby and you go, oh, that was crazy. I'll never do that again. 2 years later, you're having the second one. You know, so you kind of forget the pain of the wait. But it's going to be worth the wait. And that's all that matters. It's going to be perfect. I'm ready to level up our relationship. I want to take it to the next level. Perfect. Tell me your deep, dark secret. I would love you regardless. Very, very vulnerable, very, very open. We talk about everything is going to be a big clue in this connection. We don't hold back. If you ask them questions about their family, they don't say, I don't want to get into it. They get into it. They tell you about their mother, their father, their siblings. They tell you about growing up. They tell you all the good stuff and the bad stuff. So they're not holding back. It's my turn to chase after you. I'm going to chase you. I love that. I always love chasing energy. I lose track of time when we're together. We could talk for hours, okay? And all of a sudden we're like, we've been sitting here for 5 hours talking. I'm so happy the hard part is over. The hard part was finding you. The hard part was finding somebody I can talk to, that I am attracted to, that I do have things in common. So the hard part is over. I love that, because getting over that hurdle is the hardest part. I want to support your goals and dreams. And they had said that earlier. I want to know what it is that you're working on. I want to know what's important to you so that I can be your cheerleader. I want to be there for you. How gorgeous. Let's end with an angel number. Let's see what our angels have for you. Spirit, what is our angel message for today, heading into the weekend? I hope you guys have a great weekend. Let's see what we have. I have balance, 222. Okay. Maintain harmony and balance in your life to manifest your desires. Absolutely. You know, I'm going to say work hard, play hard. Okay. Maybe that's something that you both live by, that you both put in a long week. That's why I like to do the weekend readings, because I'd like to think you have a little bit of time off and that you can relax enough to think about this area of your life. Because a lot of us work really hard during the week. We're busy with kids, we're busy with life. So maybe we have a little bit of time on the weekends to think about our love life and meeting new people and what is it that spirit has for us. So definitely that is part of the balance. So let's put this out into the universe. Take with you what you connected to today. Claim it, own it, ask spirit to guide it to you. I want to thank spirit for these messages. I definitely want to thank you all for being here always. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to book a private reading with me, I will put my link to my website below, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and Spirit just said, may all your dreams come true. So I will take that as well. We'll see you all again real soon.